Yeah, in the last session we were talking about the dynamic fog, and it's pretty interesting. You can really do some interesting stuff with these fog controls. You only have 3 controls, but man, uh, not only can you control the density of the fog with this control here, this is the density of the fog, all right, but you can control how close the fog is to the camera. All right, and you can control how far out where the fog stops being created, simulated. So with a combination of these 3, you can do some pretty interesting stuff. I mean, look, I can do this so that my fractal environment just seems to swim uh, in in that in that fog. See it all down in here? Just kind of, it's like the fog rolled in and we're standing in like a swamp, um, a fractal swamp. All right. So if that's the kind of fog that I want to create, I mean, I could do something like that. See? Look at that. Okay. So you can do a lot with this fog. And you can even change the color of the fog. And we do that with these 2 little controls right here. So let me show you. Now, I'm up here on the density. I'm on the density of the fog. And I prove that by, this is the maximum fog. All right, that's the minimum fog. Now, let me do this. Let me come up here and I'm gonna click on this one time. All right, click. That gives me a color chart. And you'll notice here that white is currently selected. So this is white. So the way this works is that my fog is going to be white. Now let's say I wanted something a little bit more natural. I'll take a gray. So I'm going to pick gray here. I'm going to make this a gray fog. All right. You see that? Now look way out here. This is more gray. It's more gray. Now I've got the range. Now that's my gray, and I'm going to come up here. I'm going to show you so you can really see this. I'm going to make this fog red. Now I have got fog that in its least dense is red. You see that reddish tint there? That's my fog. That's my simulated fog that I've dialed down to be a red. And now here, let me go over here and let's make this, I don't know, let's make it blue. Just so you can see it, just so you understand what's going on here. So now with my fog, I've got the fog dialed all the way up. This is my blue. This is maximum fog density. And I'm getting green here because when you mix red and blue, you get green. Dial this down here. There's my minimum fog, which is on the red portion of the scale. Down here is more on the red. Up here is more on the blue. You would think that they'd put the red thing down here and the blue dot over here, but they didn't. All right, so this is in the middle here. I'm getting a compromise between the red fog and the blue fog, which would give me green in the foreground, and then blue way out in the background. So I can color my fog, and that can get really cool. Let me do this. I'm going to put this back to gray. I'm going to put this back to gray. See that? So what I've done here is I've made both the the low density and the high density of fog the same color. Now let's try an experiment. Let's say I want that way off in that background. I want that to be orange, almost like a sunset. Let's find orange right here. There we go. And make it a little lighter orange. Okay, now. Ooh, now see that? You see that? So I've colored my fog orange, and I've adjusted this slider so that I get just the right level of orange. Now my fog offset is how close the fog is to the camera, and I'm going to dial it down here because I don't want the fog close to my camera. I want a sunset effect. And now I've got the far offset. You see this right here? This is where the fog stopped being calculated. And I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. Oh, okay. Now that, can't, oh, there we go. Right there. It's probably about the best compromise I'm going to get. So I have now simulated a sunset by utilizing these fog controls. Minimum fog close to the camera, fog for as far back as I can. All right, and I've also, and the density of the fog I've colored. I could come over here and I could make that a little lighter, maybe. You see how I made that a little lighter? Why don't I go here and I can make it a blue? Let's make it a nice light blue. There we go, blue skies. All right, or I could make it red. Whoa, all right. So I'm going to put it back to, say, an orange and lighten it up. I don't need a lot. Okay. So that's your dynamic fog. Now, you can do the volumetric as well. We'll do that some other time. Very computer intensive. This fog is like a piece of cake to the computer. Very nicely done. I can blend the fog. I can use this control right here, and basically I don't have as a sharp of a cutoff. I'm sorry, I don't have as a sharp of the density of the fog is more evenly distributed from the position of the camera to the background. It's blended better. It's less. It's a smoother transition from the camera position to the background. All right, or I could do this and basically eliminate the foreground fog by saying just only add light. We'll continue this in the next session when I get something to drink. All right, so I'll see you in the next session.